Kala, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Brakatawa, Brakatawa Shai, Brakatawa, Brakatawa Shai, Brakatawa, Brakatawa Shai, the water, Baba, Baba, Kal Kadash. I'd like to give double honors to the elders, apostles, great millstone that teaches truth that we know is 100% truth, the true word of our Lord. Do a lesson today. It's off of the brother out of GMS New York camp. I can't ever get the brother's name, but he did a lesson the other day that really struck home, and it was talking about what part of the lesson he was going into. We suffer our infirmities for the Lord's sake. Many, of us in this truth, we all have our different things, issues that we're dealing with, whether it be physical, spiritual, or sometimes mental. And but one thing we have this truth and the power of our Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And through our infirmities, man, that's what builds us up and prepares us for the kingdom. That's that refining process. That's like going through the fire. You get that fine gemstone that you find out of the ground somewhere, and it needs to be polished up and chipped, made just right to increase its value. But that same thing it is, with us. We have been being raised up in Babylonian society, man. Up under the Babylonians, many of us have been tainted, from our beliefs, how we came up through the culture, through our family practices, customs that we've developed by being up under our oppressors. And part of getting that dross up out of us is that refining process of going through the fire. So let me hit on a couple of precepts real quick, and then we carry on with the lesson. The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 71. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. So sometimes we have to go through something in order to get us to where we need to be. I know for me, myself, when I first came into this truth, what led me here is me having to go through a very devastating divorce and losing my child, man. Not when I say not losing my child, when I say losing, being able to be in stewardship over my child, because you know how the courts play out. They gonna always give the child 9 times out of 10. They will give the child to the mother, unless she's definitely you can show them prove that she's on some type of drugs or destitute, or you really have some hard evidence, or either a lot of money to go to court. And a lot of times that's not going to benefit you. But that was a devastating time for me, man, because I pretty much given up and lost everything and have to start from rock bottom. You hear a lot of people say, man, I've been to rock bottom, but sometimes rock bottom is that solid foundation that we need to build off of. You hear people say, yeah, I hit rock bottom, I hit rock bottom. Well, that's a good place to start building, because that means you're on solid ground. And then when we find this truth, or this truth is given to us, because we don't really find it, Lord, He already chose us for it. And He know the time that we're supposed to receive it. And then me going through what I went through, man, that was part of that refinement, because during that time I was still into the world, so to speak. Not to say that I was out there doing a lot of wild things at that time when I got married, but um, I wasn't following the ways of the Lord, man. I wasn't leading right as a man is supposed to, because a man's supposed to be head of the household. But you know how the women, modern day women at this time, they don't want leadership. And I was trying to bring that leadership, and they rejected it. So I pretty much accepted it. But there's no compromise to this truth. So me going through that infirmity at that time, and pretty much led me to the path to this truth, man. Because I told Lord I need, ain't no other way. There's no other option. Nothing but this truth. I asked him to lead me to my spiritual leaders. And here I am today, fall up under leadership. I'm not a member of GMS, but it had led me to their teachings. And that's where my growth began. That's my newborn on date. So St. Matthew chapter 5, verse 10 through 12. Blessed are they which they are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. So, like I said, we go through our persecutions, we go through our infirmities, we go through things. Because once you come into this truth, man, that's the beginning process of some of the hell you're going to catch, man. Some people think that you often hear Christians say, "I'm saved now, I'm good, I'm saved." Really, no man knows they saved, but when you come into this truth, man, you're going to really be tested. That's a trying process. It's like going in the military or trying out for a football team. It's going to have what they call hell week, man. And that's where they're going to try to weed out the weak. They have you running wrist sprints and back and forth and all type of putting your body through hell, through torment. The same way it is in this truth, man. When you come to this truth, that's the beginning process to see if you're capable of withstanding. You're gonna have your family that's gonna come against you, your loved ones. You might even lose your kids and all these other things, man. But you have to make a choice, man. And your choice is gonna have to be Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and nothing else. You know, the Lord would deliver us out of all our afflictions, man. Like I said, I deal with physical affliction, with my back issues, man. A lot of times, damn near almost impossible to get out of bed to use the bathroom. And there's a couple other ailments, but that's one of the main things, my back and knee issues. But we deal with that, because, at the end of the day, we know we're going to get them new bodies, Lord will, that we're able to endure and that we're the chosen, that the Lord has given us truth too. Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 74 and 76. Hear, O ye my beloved, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh is your guide. So Yahweh is going to guide us through whatever trials and tribulations we may go through. You see a lot of brothers, man, I be seeing GMS, be going through it, let us go through it. But that's all part of our trials, man. The Lord is like, saying, the Lord's not going to never put too much on you that you're not going to be able to handle. Anything that he gives you is for your own benefits, for your purpose. Acts chapter 14, verse 22. We must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. So through our tribulation, man, it's going to lead us home, man. It's going to lead us to new bodies, the perfect bodies. Because right now, we're into these imperfect bodies, man. And these bodies that's been through hell, man. Our spirit has been through hell, being in this God-forsaken place. The book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 1 through 5. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord Yahweh, prepare thy soul for temptation. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So it's telling you, be prepared. When you come into this, man, it ain't going to be no easy ride, but the Lord is going to take care of you regardless. You're going to have people, that you thought were on your side is going to come against you, man. But, you're doing it not for them. You're doing it for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai and to save your soul. And like I said, when the brother did that lesson the other day, man, I really needed to hear that because I was trying to. Because a lot of times, man, when you're going through pain and you're going through sufferings, like I said, my back was been bothering me. Then I end up getting a stomach virus from something I drank. And I had pain on both sides, man. And but I know the Lord has me, man. He's not going to put no more on me than what I can handle. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I'll finish off this last precept. 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 7 through 10. Unless I should be exalted above measure, there was given to me a thorn in the flesh, an And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for thy strength is made perfect in weakness. So we built up by going through this hell week, by going through, like say, a basic training. It's going to build us up. You have to tear down in order to build up. You know, same with our bodies. With our physical and our spiritual. The Lord has to tear it down, man. Same thing in the military. You go in, they're gonna tear the old man up out of you, man. That weakness, that comfort zone, and put you in an uncomfortable situation in order to build you up into that soldier. And we be being soldiers for Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, man. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Yahweh Shai may rest upon me. So we glorify in our infirmities, man, because we know it's coming from on high, man. It's coming from our power of our Lord, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. But that's pretty much it, man. There's a couple other precepts I could pull up, but I think I'm gonna finish off there. It's not meant to be a long lesson, but that's always remember, man. Even when you're going through something, man, you're not the only one that's going through it. And I know people don't want to hear that, but we all go through it, man. Our sufferings and things that we're dealing with. But we know that the Lord, through the body of the congregation, man, He's with us all, man, and He's going to steer us clear out of this, man. Because all hell's about to come on Babylon the Great, man, and we want to be saved out of it to receive those new bodies. So pretty much that's it, man. Lord will is edifying. With that, say shalom.